Welcome to the Stage 6 recap of the 2025 Absa Cape Epic. That's the penultimate stage, second to last stage. My goodness, 87 kilometers, 54 miles, 2,550 meters of climbing, 4,103 feet. That is a massive, massive day. Yesterday was the Queen stage. This one's a hair off, so technically on paper, I guess they didn't call it the Queen stage. We're with the Team Cycle Sport, Alex Wilde and Zach Calton. This looked muddy from what I could see from the coverage. It looked muddy. It looked slick. It looked nasty. I'm going to put up a video right now that Hans Becking, I believe, recorded and put up so people can see it. And now, was it as bad as it looked in that photo? This looked like an actual Queen stage.
Yes.
It was supposed to be 87 kilometers.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long was it?
We decided that the Queen stage wasn't enough, so I think we did 95K today.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Extra.
You want to get right into
Exactly
that?
Yeah. Let's just get right into it. Exactly what you wanted, Zach?
Yeah. So I can't glass is completely muddy within the first 5 minutes of the first descent. So I put them on the back of my head, and I wear contacts. So mud in the eyes is a disaster. Anyway, so what? 60K in, we get to the top of the final major climb of the day, and like I said, it was a proper climbing day, and we kind of descend a fire road that's quite muddy for a minute, and I have mud just, under my contacts and everything, and I'm just pawing at my eyes, but my hands are muddy, and somewhere in that commotion, missed a turn. But we just kind of kept going on that fire road, and I kind of started hesitating on that downhill. I'm saying to Alex, I'm like, why is there no tire tracks? And where and we passed.
I'm glad someone realized there should be tire tracks. I was just so I guess to back up, Zach did a barrel roll earlier, and we were kind of just suffering in silence together. So I was kind of just in somewhat of a malaise behind him, just
yeah.
like his loyal dog, just wherever you go, I go, buddy. We got this. And zero context to where we're going. So just he stops. He's like, I haven't seen any arrows. I haven't seen any tire tracks. And then 2 seconds after that, we see a flagger, but we're going this way, and he's flagging people this way.
And teams we know are 20 minutes up on us are coming through, and we're like, oh, we are in the wrong place.
So,
and we've descended a good we've descended to the bottom of the mountain on this road, and we have to now either DNF or go back up, and we went back up. So,
oh my gosh,
we must rejoin where we left the course.
So
that's what happened between water points 1 and 2.
Yeah, that is what happened.
Okay, it's one of my questions. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. What did you do? Hold on, the contacts thing. Did you keep your contacts in? How does that even work? As a non-contact wearing person, I don't know.
I mean, I can see without my contacts. Like, I don't have them in right now. Close is fine. And like, I can get the vibe of the trail, but I usually get like a mic.
That's how I ride so fast.
Yeah.
He just reads the vibe.
Yeah, you just ride off the vibe. That's it.
But I cannot see details further than like 10 feet away. So I prefer to keep them in, even when it's scratching my eyes. And yeah, just, I mean, I kept him in all day, yes. But yeah, there was just a few, like the little piece of mud that gets in there perfectly. It's like you blink and you expect it to go away, but with the contacts, it just like kind of stays. And so you like blink a bunch and it eventually goes away, but it can take several minutes sometimes. It's quite annoying. Can't see much.
Like, think about it when you haven't replaced your windshield wiper for like 3 seasons.
Yeah.
You just squirting it with a bunch of the fluid. Just
Yep.
Oh, so now the stage time of 5 hours and 2 minutes and 55 seconds makes a bit more sense. 40th position on the stage. However, boys, you moved up in GC. 2 positions. You are now 42nd instead of 44th.
Did we?
Yes. Yes.
Let's go. Yeah. Shout out to whoever
27.
yeah. Sorry, wow.
Yeah.
Got to be in it.
Yeah.
Not always to win it, but in it just the same. So 27 hours and 7 minutes and 7 seconds total. Lots of sevens in there. 5 hours, 28 minutes and 29 seconds behind the leader. It's like an extra stage at this point that you guys have put out. Yeah. Well, I'm putting this into context. There's the fastest professionals out there, and these fastest professionals do the race, but they get done. They have so much less time suffering than the people that face adversity like you guys, or the people that are just not as fast as these pros. It's a different type of gnarly.
Yeah. We were talking about the amateurs today, and our buddy Danny sent us a video of people just finishing. Not only are you out there for like 10 hours, but you're sleeping in a tent. You likely do not have a mechanic. I know the race village is very well cared for, and you can hand it off for like power washing and stuff, but in this 10 hours, I imagine they burn more calories than we have in 4 or 5 hours. But then they got like 90 minutes to feed themselves, shower themselves, and try to get 6 hours of sleep. And then do the whole thing again the next day.
It's brutal.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I cannot fathom a 50-hour week on 6 hours of sleep and
in a tent.
With
communal water taps and all. So, good on.
Not to mention the fact that it was raining all night last night, and I would assume that. Yeah, so those tents are probably not very dry at this point.
Yeah.
To all of you doing this race, just kudos. It's an absolute beast of a race. I don't think that it's fully understood. I know that like Vincenzo Nibali did it a little while ago. I believe I remember reading a quote that he said, "Absolute brutality, never again." Greg Van Avermaet's doing the race right now, and Greg's like, he looks shelled. He also looks like he strangely enjoys that because it's Greg Van Avermaet. He's, one of the GOATs, but it equalizes everybody. It brings you down, down to your knees, every single person. It's just an incredible race. Mechanicals, anything else today with the mud? How did you manage that situation?
The mud kind of gets in the cables for sure, and I like my lockout was a little sticky today. And your drivetrain makes a little, kind of bites back, or your brakes, have to clear the water, stuff like that, but nothing major. But the fork being a little sticky today was probably the biggest mechanical. Also, I flipped on my back. That was mentioned before. That was not a mechanical, but just another thing that happened.
But there's a rainbow.
No, it's little just minor scrapes and stuff, but it was just kind of the insult to injury thing. People that have watched all the episodes, it's like, really? Did I just flip on my back after everything else? you know. I just had to take a minute. Alex was a good teammate. He's like, just take your time. I'm not going to say anything, but if you'd like me to say anything, let me know.
I was just empathetic. Like, I don't know if he wants me following him, if he wants me in front of him. At one point, I kind of just went up the trail because if I was in his shoes, I would just want some space. So I just tried to give him like open trail the entire day. But like, hey, buddy, if you need something, I got extra water. I got some gels.
Yeah.
There's a rainbow over there. Like,
and I ignored him every time. Every time he offered help, I just stared at my stem. So
he was cursing your name at the beginning, actually, because we were going down all these fire roads. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, Jonathan, yeah, a single track heavy course. I love this."
There was no single track. None.
My sincerest apologies, judging by a map.
It's okay. Yeah.
Was there a lot of single track today, or no? Was I completely wrong?
I wouldn't say a lot.
There was minimal single track, I would say. Yeah, I mean, kind of on par with.
And then when
the
you
rest,
got to the end, it was like the goopy mud. So it was like, it would have been a fun single track drive, but it was more just like I was tripoding and trying not to die.
Yeah.
Well, I'm done guessing. No more of that.
Yeah, don't tell us what's on. Actually, if you could just say tomorrow is super fire road heavy, that'd be great.
Yeah.
We are going to run through the stats on tomorrow. 64 kilometers, 40 miles. Shortest day since the prologue. Oh, actually, it's just a bit hair longer than that TT that you had on stage 2.
No.
But there's a significant amount of climbing, though. 2,100 meters, 6,890 feet. You get to go down the neck instead of up the neck. For what it's worth, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing when you were going up that thing, if you thought about coming down it and if it would be fun. But that's going to happen. Then you're going to do a big old roundabout around that ridge line that you guys are up against and work your way back to the finish. That's it. Cape Epic's done and dusted after that. Final stage. What are we hoping for?
Come through in one piece. Yeah. No, today was a little bit of a breaking point for me personally on like the whole race ambition. I mean, I'm going to start tomorrow I'm going to give her a go again. But yeah, I mean, it's the mindset. The mindset has definitely shifted. It's, we didn't come here to just finish, and yet here we are. So it's frustrating, and Alex has been a good partner throughout.
I'm ready for stage 9.
This tough week. So, but yeah, looking forward to stage 9.
I've driven by that McDonald's so many times. I'm ready.
I was gonna say, explain stage 9 for us. Okay, yeah, understood. If special things happen sometimes when you go past that breaking point, and all weight of expectation and burden has been lifted there. And you kind of approach the day with like a whatever kind of approach, and you just throw something at the wall, and sometimes it sticks. Hey, that happened for me on the last day. I think that we moved up like 6 positions on GC and within the top 10. So nice. It could happen. I honestly thought my soul had left my body, and my body had actually begun decaying by the point we got to the last stage, and it somehow it started to go better on the last day. So regardless. I hope that you guys can be out there when you're on that stage. It darn near makes me emotional even thinking about it. Like, take in all that you have experienced and all that you've done tomorrow. Like, for when it's crappy, when it sucks, when it's all that other stuff, stop and think about everything that you did do and everything that you did go through and everything that everybody else in that race is going through. And it's an honor to have taken on such a monumental challenge and to have persevered. So I'm excited for you guys. Celebrate it. Relish the moments that you have. There's not that many more there in Cape Epic. So I'm excited for the last stage. Excited for you guys. Everybody listen to this. Go send some words of encouragement, Zach and Alex. Follow them, not just through the end of this race, of course, but through the rest of the year and beyond as they continue to race all around the world. Go to cyclesport.com. Hopefully that's a brand that can take place in your mind when you think of the backcountries, or you think of all these other brands that you do online retail ordering from. Think of CycleSport right there. They're a brand that you can go and order from and get the bike parts that you need. And throughout this race, 10% of whatever you buy goes to Alex and Zach if you use the codes Cape Epic. So go do that. Guys, incredible job. Replace your brake pads. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Jonathan.